Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to take you along for an afternoon with us. First thing we're going to do is meet up with our homeschool group at a local pumpkin patch. It was my first time going to a pumpkin patch in Oklahoma, and I would say this one is legit. It's a little far from my house, but it was $10 a person, and we got to do so many things. On top of the little ride and the things that the kids could play with, there is also a moon bounce. There are a lot of animals that we could see. I didn't get a video of the turkey or the peacock, but here are the rabbits. And then there were pony rides. There were just pigs and chickens walking around outside the cage. This little pig let us pet it. And they had these two alpacas. Alpacas make me kind of nervous because on movies I see them spit. After the hayride, we went to the corn maze, and we made the mistake of letting the children lead us through the corn maze, and that meant we were going in circles multiple times, but it was still fun and we made it out. And this property also had two little play areas that were kind of like makeshift playgrounds, so it was pretty fun for the kids to take a break from the activities and just play somewhere. This little piglet came over to us when we were eating lunch and was eating everything that we were dropping. It was pretty cute. After the pumpkin patch, we headed toward this museum. It is the Round Barn Museum, and this used to be a barn that would house horses. You know, when horses are walking in circles to get their exercise? This family built this barn so that the horses could still get their exercise even though the weather wasn't permitting it. And then they just have a lot of neat little things in the museum. Some of it is knickknacks that don't have anything to do with the round barn, but we just enjoyed looking around it and exploring. This guy's family owned the barn, and he was a child when he had to live here and use some of the items that are in the museum. Like, he was explaining how to make butter with this cream separator, and then you churn the butter and you put it in that block. After all that, we decided to go to the National Cowboy Museum because it was their homeschool day, and I thought, why not? We're already out and about. We're already in Oklahoma City area. The first thing you notice is this giant statue when you walk in the museum, and here is an explanation of what it is about. This museum was very beautiful, it was very big, and it was also still kid-friendly, and I would recommend, if you're in Oklahoma City area, to check out this museum. I myself am not a cowgirl, cowboy type of fan, but I love learning about new information through museums and history, and that is exactly what this museum provided for me and my brain. Even if you aren't into cowboys and Native American information, it's just a fascinating museum, and every piece of artwork was so beautiful, and they're all oil paintings, and I didn't know how beautiful oil paintings were until I'm face to face with so many, and you can just see the detail of everything on them, and it's just a great museum. You guys, this room is blowing my mind. The entire room is dedicated to barbed wire fences and branding. Each slot that you pull out has 5 or 6 examples of different type of barbed wire fences that was used back in the day, and it was just wild to me. This one isn't really a wire, it's a piece of wood with spikes pointing out of it. There were 3 different areas in the museum where you could sit down and relax and watch a little informational clip. This one was about cowboy movies and how they have changed over history. Another thing the kids can do in the museum is go on a scavenger hunt with the kids map. The girls enjoyed this little town that they recreated in the museum, so it's like you're stepping into the past. Once we finished all the indoor exhibits, we turned in our kids' scavenger hunt. They got a little sheriff's badge, and then we headed outside to the playground. And then we realized there were more exhibits outside that were Native American homes, different types of structures that they would have lived in. They had this cool magnetic puzzle. We ended our trip at the museum by checking out this carriage and coloring our very own pottery. Thanks guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.